Your opportunity to enjoy the best seats, the best prices, and the best benefits for the upcoming 2015-2016 season is with Trailblazers season tickets. Secure yours for all the action by calling 844-RIP-CITY or by visiting Trailblazers.com. Trailblazers Courtside continues. Brian Wheeler, Antonio Harvey, joined by Trailblazers President and CEO Chris McGowan. I thought we were wearing polo shirts. See, now you're dressing up for us.
I always have a couple wardrobe changes every day. So.
Well, you got back from Vegas as we did, and it's kind of interesting. The last couple of years, the NBA kind of just bringing everybody together for a whole bunch of meetings with all different departments. Every team, I think, had 20, 30 people there from staff. Is it a good way to do things? I guess it's more fun than going to Secaucus, New Jersey in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, if you like Vegas, it is. But I was really impressed. I thought it was probably the best league meeting I've been to in my 20 years of being in the sports industry. And I like the fact that they bring everyone together from all over the organization. So like you said, there were 25 to 30 members from each team there, and they had great sessions where everyone's learning. But with those things, the best part is getting to meet people from across the league and some of the networking opportunities that they provide to you. So I know our staff really enjoyed it, and the NBA does a phenomenal job putting things like that together.
Speaking of the NBA, there is a lot of meetings, but also, one of the bigger meetings was the Board of Governors meetings, and I know you were taking part in that. What were some of the things that, some of the more interesting things that you can share with us that you guys took from that?
Well, I actually didn't go to this Board of Governors meeting. I alternate. Peter McLaughlin went to that this time. So they talked a little bit about some of the rules changes that they're proposing, and me and Peter had dinner the night after the Board of Governors meeting to catch up. So it wasn't a full agenda. It was just a 3-hour meeting. Typically those are a couple days, like the one in New York. So I was really busy with Summer League and all the stuff that was going on with the meetings, because it was such a comprehensive agenda, and I wanted to make sure I got to take part in all of the track that they had for the team presidents. So I focused all my time and energy there and at the Summer League, and then Peter went to that meeting. Yeah.
Did you? Well, then let's go to that. What was the most interesting thing you learned in the president's meetings?
Well, I thought the general session was great, the kickoff, and I'm not going to spoil it for fans, but Pam Eel, the new CMO for the NBA, unveiled some of their marketing campaign that they're going to launch this season with, and I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. It was the best. I told her this there. It was the best sports advertising for a league that I've ever seen. Every spot was super emotional, and it's kind of the hair-raising moments.
A little teary.
Yeah, they captured what it means to be a fan of something in a very emotional way, and I'm really excited to launch it here in Portland, and they're going to launch it all over the U.S., and it's just phenomenal work. So I thought that was really, really creative, and I enjoyed watching kind of that sneak preview.
You've been to a few of these now. Do you sense any difference from a league meeting run by David Stern versus one now run by Adam Silver?
Well, I didn't get to go to a lot of league meetings with David Stern because he was transitioning out of the NBA when I got here. But Adam's meetings have been great. Board of Governors meetings, team presidents meetings, sales and marketing meetings, which they have in Miami, which, you get your sales and marketing groups together. And then the league meetings in Vegas, coupled with the Summer League, just provides you a great opportunity to be all about basketball in the summer, which is great. But what you can really see from the NBA, and Amy Brooks, who heads kind of running the agenda for these meetings, really puts a ton of time and energy in making sure that they're productive for teams to invest the time and the amount of people to go see them. So they have great panel discussions. They bring in a ton of outside resources, experts on certain things to share their point of view with the teams, because a lot of times other industries are applicable to what we're trying to do. So, man, they have a team of people that put a phenomenal couple days worth of meetings together. It's super valuable.
Now, you mentioned it. One of the better parts of it was that there's basketball in Vegas. While we're there, did you get a chance to see any of the Blazers games?
Yeah, I did. I watched all of them on TV too, which is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's just fun to be a part of that, and obviously we have a lot of new faces on our team, and some of those folks are going to be playing for the big team when it comes around to season time. So it was good to kind of see that and watch that as well.
Neil O'Shea has had a busy offseason already, and he's had a few press conferences to talk about things from the basketball side of things on the court and so forth. But we know that any change that the team makes also impacts the business side of things. You've always made yourself very accessible to fans, season ticket holders, clients, whoever it might be that has an interest in Blazers basketball. What are you hearing from folks in terms of their feelings about the changes? I know you've already publicly said that there's been a few that maybe want some explanation about some of the moves that are made, and I know you've been only too happy to explain that.
Yeah, and I spend a good part of my day over the last, and I plan to over the next couple of weeks, talking with customers that just kind of want to understand where we're going as an organization. They invest a lot of energy, a lot of time, and a lot of financial resources into supporting the team. So when you see the amount of changes that we've had, they just want to talk through it and understand, why it's happened. Sometimes they want to vent, because the great thing about Trailblazers fans is they become so passionate about the team, and they connect with our players in deeper levels than anywhere I've ever been. So when a player that they've watched play for a long period of time leaves the organization, it hurts and it stings. Our fans, they're used to coming and seeing those people on a nightly basis. So they just want to talk through kind of where we're going, and we're willing to do that. I always want to be accessible and transparent with people that are committing and supporting our organization, which we'll continue to do. Neil does it as well. He does a great job of explaining his vision and where he wants to take things. I think he's done that over the last little while, and will continue to do it going forward. Just a lot of conversations with customers and fans and people wanting to know kind of where we're going. And I've sensed, and this is what I love about our fans too, is they want to talk, they want to share their frustration, and then they quickly talk about how excited they are to come next year and see some of the new players, the new faces, and they're going to get behind them and scream just as loud at Moda Center as they did last year. And for us, we're selling an experience, and we want our fans to know when they come to our games, they're going to have an amazing time. And as an organization, we're really focused on providing that for them.
So when you're and I get the same thing. People want to they want to talk. That's all they want to do is talk. They want to get it out. But overall, is there a sense of not necessarily happiness, but at least relief that we know where we're going and we have an idea? Have you experienced that with the people that you've talked to?
Well, I don't know if happiness is the right word.
No.
I think it's just there is some excitement. I think Summer League helped, having the games on TV. People get to see some of the new faces, and obviously some of them had some good games during Summer League, so people get excited about that. It's just more they feel such a part of the organization, and they should, because they put a lot into being a fan of our team. And we are always accessible, whether it's our service team or whether it's me. Just having conversations with them, they just want to understand kind of where we're going, and they're going to support the Trailblazers. That's kind of it becomes part of them. But they just want to understand where we're going, how long it's going to take, and those types of things.
In Los Angeles, of course, you worked with the Kings in the NHL, the Galaxy and MLS, and those teams underwent changes and then actually once again became successful with new faces. Anything from your experiences with those franchises that can come in handy, as this is kind of the first, probably the biggest overhaul of personnel, at least with the Trailblazers, since you've been here?
Yeah, the Galaxy, you probably take them out because they have a certain model that they run with and have been very successful with it, and it's tied to bringing in star players, and they've done that since day one really there, and had an amazing run. But the Kings, I went through it with the Kings in a big way. We had a new general manager come in, and we were a good team, but not a great team, and probably not a team that would be able to compete in the NHL because the game was changing, because of rule changes and all that. So we took a couple steps backwards. It was actually a lot of steps backwards to rebuild it into a championship franchise, which obviously they've had a good run the last 3 years. But the Kings didn't make the playoffs for 7 years, and then all of a sudden it clicked. They got some good draft picks and made some good trades, and the GM had a good vision, and they become a really formidable team that's probably a championship caliber team for many years going forward. They're still pretty young, and I got to see what that meant, what that meant to our fans. They stuck it out, had some lean years, but when we won, it made it that much sweeter, and fans really felt part of that process and felt a pride in the fact that they followed that team even when they weren't making the playoffs. So when the cup came out on the ice for the first time, literally you'd see tears in fans' eyes that I'd known for many years of working there. So I have a lot of faith in Neil. We have a lot of faith, obviously, in our coach, and they're going to put this franchise in a position to where our fans are going to be really proud of it. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time.
And from a personal standpoint, how excited are you about this upcoming season?
I'm always excited. It's I love being in the arena. I know our fans are energetic and loud and have a huge impact on what's going on in there. And we try to do, we're going to try to do a lot of great things above and beyond the game of basketball, like we always do as well. So it can't get here soon enough for us. Time flies, so it'll be here very, very quickly. Our staff is hard at work to launch a bunch of creative stuff for our fans to come to games next year and enjoy Trailblazer basketball just like they do every year.
Lastly, before we start thinking about a new season, this weekend, another big weekend here on campus, the 3-on-3 tournament back again. We've extended the deadline for teams. If they are still thinking about registering, they have until tonight at midnight to do so. But this weekend, we saw it come back in a big-time way last year, and I know even bigger things planned for this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's events always get better, so we're committed to having this event every year, and this will be our second year, and it'll be better than last year, and last year was really good. I was really happy with how the event went last year, but everything's up from a partner perspective on the event, from a player and team registration perspective. It's going to be first class, and hopefully the weather holds up, and people will come out here and have a good weekend of basketball, and I think hopefully you guys will be there shooting hoops.
Yeah, I saw in one of your Twitter photos, you had a nice backyard photo of a little hoop, and there was.
Shoot, I don't think you're shooting. I'll be there.
Rebounding?
Rebounding, yes.
There you go.
But I've heard there might be a horse challenge this time, and I saw a pretty nice hoop in your backyard that I'm guessing that you might be doing. Are you going to be a surprise horse participant this weekend potentially?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
There you go.
I can shoot just as when you have to move and when people get on me, that's when it all falls apart. So
I'm anxious to see this. This is an extra added attraction that I don't think we knew to promote. So this will be great. Nice. So now for everybody, I know that follows you on Twitter, they've enjoyed the experience to this point, but you have a new Twitter address that we want to tell everybody about.
We do. Yeah. It used to be @BlazersChris. It's now @Chris D. McGowan. So it's the same thing, just had to change the name.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate the visit as always, and have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you this weekend for 3-on-3.
Thank you.
Trailblazers President and CEO Chris McGowan, kind enough to join us in studio and talk about a variety of different things going on. Always something with Trailblazers business, that's for sure. In the Rip City 3-on-3 tournament, we'll talk a little bit more about that in the second half hour. Also still to come in our second half hour, Pat Connaughton, Blazers rookie that certainly had a terrific summer league, and we'll talk to him about that experience and what he's looking forward to in terms of the training camp to come before his rookie season. It's Trailblazers Courtside. We are simulcast on the Blazers Radio Network, Comcast Sportsnet, and stream live at trailblazers.com.